What's up guys, Zane here and welcome back to my How to Make Gil in Final Fantasy XIV. In this episode I'm going to be talking about Weaver. Now Weaver has a few things that sell well in Final Fantasy XIV. Unlike Leatherworker who only had a couple things, Weaver has two of the same item, sort of. You have the thread and then you have the cloth. There's some notable ones that you are good sellers are going to be Dew Thread, which is a level 23 item. You need Diorite webs to make these. And you have the Undyed Velveteen. These are probably the first big sellers for low-level weavers. Again, prices vary by server. So we see the Undyed Velveteen. It's on my server. It's pretty low, but selling all day. So hopefully on your server it's a little bit better than mine. And the Dew Thread. It looks like the Dew Thread sells for a lot more on Gilgamesh than the Velveteen. And they've been selling quite frequently all day. The next item is going to be linen. Woolen Yarn is a level 32 item, crafting item. And undyed linen is at level 33. This is your mid-tier cloth that you'll be making, which makes it very useful, and the demand is really high for these, especially because linen yarn plays an important role in Heavensward crafting for Weaver. So linen yarn on my server. See, undyed linen, again, it's not as expensive, but it sells pretty well all day. Well, for me, it looks like the past couple of days it hasn't been selling well, but it sells quite well on other servers, I assume. Now for the thread, the yarn. As you can see, someone undercut it way poorly here, so I try not to do that. But they've been selling at 2,000 and 9,000. Again, very bad undercutting, but as you can see how much money that they cost. And the sales history, they've been selling quite good. You know, again, I'm on the East Coast, so it's midday, so the sales are, they're getting there. So as you can see, they're very sought out and very expensive if you want to undercut right. And then the last good seller would have to be the woolen yarn and the woolen undyed woolen cloth. As you can see, the yarn is very expensive, and they've been selling decent the past 2 days. Let me go find the undyed wool yarn. Where is it? Woolen cloth, here we are. Again, high quality is pretty high, low quality is pretty okay. And then again, they've been selling them okay the past 2 days. Now let's see, when you're hitting towards level 50, the undyed felt is pretty good as well. As you can see here, it's over 3,000 for normal quality and 5,000 for high quality. And they've been selling pretty decent. So you also can sell them undyed felt as well. Now for Heavensward is where things get a little bit more expensive. So, for Heavensward, they utilize old materials and new materials together. So, Rainbow Thread, if I can find it. Oh, here we are. Rainbow Thread, as you can see, is quite decent. To make Rainbow Thread, you need cotton. You need cotton balls, and the rainbow cotton to make the Rainbow Thread. Now, the cloth version of it would be the rainbow cloth, which sells pretty decent, and the holy rainbow cloth, which sells pretty high up on the list here. And as you see, they've been selling quite well the past 2 days. Not so much today, but all yesterday has been pretty good. The next item, which is a good seller, is the Remi Thread. Remi Thread utilizes the stalk of Remi and the flax. So, as you can see here, the prices are pretty high for Remi Thread. Sales history have been selling pretty well the past 2 days. Now for the cloth version, let's see, go all the way up. Cloth version, you have Remi cloth. You actually need to make linen yarn and Remi thread to make the Remi cloth. And as you can see here, they're pretty expensive on Gilgamesh here, and they've been selling quite well the past 2 days. I would stay away from the hollowed Remi cloth due to the fact that these things are so common in the treasure maps that they don't really sell too well. So I probably would steer clear of the hollowed Remi cloth if you can. The Rainbow Thread is right after you hit level 51. And the Remi Thread will be at level 54 for both cloth and the thread. Alright, the next good seller would have to be the Crawler Silk. The Crawler Silk actually has a combination of the silkworm cocoons and the crawler cocoons. The silkworm cocoons, I believe, are 2 or 3 a.m. and in the East Shroud, I believe. These are to make some of the end game stuff. Let's see here if I can find it. Let's see. Yeah, Crawler Silk, here we are. As you can see, they're pretty decent. They're pretty much used in a lot of good end game stuff. As you can see, they've been selling quite well since early this morning. So that's also a good stuff to sell. As for the chimerical felt, I think the chimerical felt is decent, but yeah, it's okay. Maybe on your servers, maybe it's a little bit better than this. But that's pretty much for the last level 60s and stuff like that. Now, for you end gamers, you have glass fibers, which sells, even though there's 147 hits on the stuff on the market board. As you can see, it's over almost at 50,000. Glass fibers you can get through the Mughal Beast Tribes, or you can desynth the 1-star blue gear at the master set when you first from I think 3.1. You can also desynth those stuff to get glass fibers. Excuse me. The next is the luminous fibers. Even though Alchemist makes them, it's still considered a cloth. As you can see, it's over 60,000 for these. So that's also a very good thing to focus on. And for the lore stuff, you got invisible silk. It's not bad, but it could be better. You also got the web company items here for those end game items. It's pretty decent. I think you need 2,800 Grand Company seals to get these. Then you have the icon stuff, which is extremely expensive here on Greg. As you can see, the high quality stuff is over almost 100,000. Then you got if you go into the Aquapolis, you got the wool top stuff, which is over 3 million. And you got the new glamour stuff, which is over 1 million. So if you get into the Aquapolis and you get this stuff, you are in for a lot of gil. Jute is also good if you're into gardening. There's very few things you can make with it, but it's it's pretty expensive if you can make them. And of course, then you got the new flannel, which of course is again a lot of good way to get money. I think it's in the Aquapolis too. So that's for you end gamers. So guys, that's those are my tips on how to make guild with Weaver. Hopefully you guys can make some money, and hopefully this works out for you guys. Again, I don't really do these things for myself because I usually make a lot of gear, but for those people out there who are leveling up or just started crafting with Weaver, this is a good way to start making a little bit of money at a time. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy XIV videos. I will be doing, I want to say Goldsmith next. So probably look forward to that on Monday. And then the next one will probably be on Wednesday. Alright guys, so until my next one, may you all walk in the light of Lord Bahamut. Take care, guys.